Without UKIP, there'd be no referendum. And without UKIP, no proper debate about mass immigration into our country. And the reason is, we're not afraid, like the other politicians, of telling the truth and talking about the issues that affect ordinary people's lives.
UKIP warned that the Conservative government's policy to complete the EU freedom of movement by opening our borders to Romania and Bulgaria would lead to tens of thousands more people coming to live in the UK. Government statistics say nearly 3.5 million EU citizens now live in the UK, while Bank of England internal research says large-scale migration reduces wages for the poor and causes job displacement. UKIP warned that David Cameron's pledge to cut net migration to tens of thousands was impossible whilst we remained a member of the European Union. Net migration to the UK now stands at over 300,000 every single year, a city the size of Coventry. British taxpayers need to pay billions more to pay for more schools, hospitals and roads. And we need to build a house every 7 minutes to keep up with demand, or house ownership will be forever out of sight for our young people. And it was UKIP and Nigel Farage who said the NHS should be a national health service, not an international health service. Figures by the Office of National Statistics last month revealed health tourism cost the UK £6 billion in the past 8 years. That's enough money to fund more than 2,500 GPs or scrap prescription charges altogether. It is clear that while we remain in the EU, Britain cannot control its borders and cannot create a fair, ethical immigration policy fit for Britain in the 21st century.
UKIP and Nigel Farage correctly forecast that the European mantra of freedom of movement of people, services and goods would also allow the freedom of movement of weapons, terrorists and malicious intent across Europe. Britain has lost the power to stop dangerous people from entering the country. It was UKIP and UKIP's leader Nigel Farage who correctly forecast that ISIS would use the migrant crisis to send jihadists and their terrorist intent to European Union member states. Rob Wainwright, director of the European Union-wide law enforcement agency Europol, predicts 5,000 ISIS jihadi fighters have entered Europe, some of whom have been linked to the recent terror atrocities in the European Union member states. European Union open borders has meant the United Kingdom has been unable to deport criminals from these shores. UKIP were right on the European Court of Human Rights. 1 in 3 cases lost by Britain in the ECHR were to terrorists, prisoners or criminals. Only UKIP understands the security threats that are facing our country, and it is only UKIP that has the policies to deal with them.
Go out on May the 5th and vote for the party that gets the big decisions right.